The 125 two-stroke motorcycle might just be one of the most important dirt bikes in the history of two wheels. For many of us, it was the graduation from our days on mini bikes, a coming of age as a dirt bike rider. On the racing front, it's given us some of the most incredible moments in our sport's history, creating legends in the process. From the first 125cc AMA champion Marty Smith in 1974, and the first world champion Gaston Raya in 1975, the little two-stroke laid the foundation for icons in the sport. Riders like Harry Everts, Bob Hanna, Stefan Everts, Ricky Carmichael, Grant Langston and Travis Pastrana all found a way to carry superhuman speed on this tiny two-stroke pony. And then of course there was James Stewart. Bubba used his 125 to change the way a bike was ridden forever, all on a dinghy.
James Bubba Stewart, welcome.
So when bike sales came to us with $7,000 to spend on the motocross bike of our choice, there really was only one thing to do. The challenge was simple: buy a bike from bikesales.com.au and get ready to race at the King of Capricorn in the two-stroke class. And in a throwback to the brand that started it all, we found this 2019 Husqvarna TC125 that was in awesome condition for just $6,800. In theory, this was going to be a simple build.
What's up with this thing?
But as you'll find out, in motocross, nothing is ever as easy as it sounds. Oh, and stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to be giving away my dream 125 to a member of the Gypsy Gang.
You'll have more fun riding a two-stroke.
Second nicest husky here, that's cool.
Premix. So we're at Gold Coast Motocross Club. It's the Gold Coast Cup round 2. I heard about it on the grapevine and I was all for it, and luckily Jace come through with the goods, so send the track's prime out there. So geez, lots of local people here, and yeah, it should be a good day.
Let me introduce Robbie Marshall, or as we call him, the Sheriff. Robbie is the perfect man to help us get this premix pony ready for the King of Capricorn. He comes from the two-stroke era and grew up racing 125s and 250s, at a time when the only four-stroke in sight was a lawnmower.
First hit seniors and all through juniors, that's all it was. It was 125s, 250s. And yeah, we were on 250 two-strokes from as soon as we were 16, so all the state events we'd race 2 classes, you know. But obviously back then I was on a CR105, the thing probably had 10 less horsepower than what this does, so. Yeah.
How was the bike?
Yeah, it feels good. It's a little tinny. I think that's just it's just a pipe and silencer though. It's got a stock system on it. Yeah. So like, if I had the bike, that's the first thing I'd probably change. But other than that, honestly, like, Jace is telling me he put the suspension back to stock, and honestly, like, I'm weighing around 76 kilos at the moment, and it was perfect. I couldn't fault it out on that track anyway. It's like, it's smooth obviously at the moment, track conditions are prime, so yeah, happy days. So far, let's keep it rolling.
At this particular club day, it was quality over quantity. It might not have been a full gate, but the pace up front was pretty legit. US import Mike Slater got out front early on his 125. Well, I mean, he says it's a 125, but as you'll see later in the piece, he isn't always a fan of sticking to the rules. Sleet Dog did his best out front for a few laps, but the Sheriff was coming fast. Robbie made the move and checked out, telling us all we needed to know. This little bike sales gem is a real gamer, and now a race winner to boot. Now that we had our base, it's time to see what we can do to make this great little bike even better.
Hey dude, how are ya?
Alright, we're fueled up, and we're going to put some, well, not really parts, we're going to put a clean air filter in it. and a Bill's pipe. Just going to make sure the jetting's mint for Robbie to ride this weekend. And then this will be the last little hit out before King of Capricorn. Steed gets ready for the mythical creature that is Jackson. That's how good Albecs are, they won't fall off your ute even when they're not tied in. The task for today was simple. Fit a new Bill's exhaust system to the 125 and adjust the jetting accordingly. We're on. We'll do a ride with the stock pipe.
Yeah.
And then we'll just come in, we'll change it, and then see if we've got to do any jetting or anything.
Mate, I thought you listened to Rhino.
What about?
Did you not see his clutch lever position thing the other day? That's 35. Like, that seems real lean.
37. Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Happens when you got the right tools for the job. It's just that easy. With the baseline established, it was now time to throw our first go fast part at the little dinger. Thanks to the team at Lusty, the 125 will be getting a boost in power as a result of a fresh Bill's pipe.
Oh,
Stop it. Not only does it improve the power characteristics of the bike, but the sound. Nothing compares. There he goes. Oh. Mate, that thing is an absolute rocket ship, 100%. Yeah, he said the pipe's a lot better. We're just trying to get like the jetting off the bottom. It's kind of the same thing that it was doing to me the other day. Like it's kind of a little bit fluffy off the bottom. So just messing around with like the air fuel mixture ratio right off the bottom. So getting there, mate, getting there. But I tell you what, I'm loving the note, loving the sound. And while the sound may have edged closer to perfection, this was right around the time that my lack of mechanical prowess started to rear its ugly head.
that's why.
What? Needle bent? How'd that happen?
Oh. What's that other needle? Just did you hear how up top it was like blah, 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 blah. That's because that was bent back and it was letting too much fuel in and it was just rich.
Yeah. We got issues, mate. What do you reckon? Should we f this off and hit up Electron?
Oh, I think we should go home, mate.
Yeah, we're done. This thing needs a race prep. I wonder if Todd's got any. All right, so game plan is we'll try and get a needle and slide before the weekend. Today's Thursday, race Saturday.
Yeah, needle.
Stoked.
Slide. Yeah, that was weird. Never.
And then in the meantime, I'm gonna email Electron. It auto reads the fuel air mixture and shit. So like you don't have to tune anything. I enjoyed jetting for a day. And then that,
now?
yeah, I'm done with it now.
Nah, you're good. You'll come back.
Nah, I'll come back now.
These days.
We're gonna pack up for the day. Get on the parts hunt, see what we can come up with. Robbie's obviously racing on the weekend. We've got a title to defend. But you know what? These things happen in racing. This is why you love motorsport, right? All right, so day got cut short at QMP. We bent the needle in the carby. thing was running sweet. The Bill's pipe definitely did its thing. But yeah, little hiccup. So now Todd Waters has got his garage wide open. So get Robbie on the line this weekend. There's a word that rhymes with great. That's what we're going to do to Todd's shed. We actually need to go to Amex real quick. The great man himself.
That might help us.
That's for you, mate. You're on.
Happy birthday, enjoy.
Got a little bit of extra bling for the bike. Robbie's actually been cooking the rears on the thing, so we went and got one of those Ballards extenders, so that's going to sort that issue out. And we're basically, I think we're just going to steal Todd's whole carby because it's a little bit easier. What else can we steal? And then we found the culprit. This is the source of all our woes. This is kind of turning into a thing. So we may or may not have a bit of metal floating around in our motor. So this has turned into a little bit of a bigger job. The good news is we found the broken part of the needle. The bad news is that it was lodged in the motor. So what happened, mate?
I feel bad. I kind of noticed for 1 lap or 2 laps it was kind of getting harder to clear one of the jumps, and I'm like, I feel like I should be clearing this easier. Like, hadn't even had lunch yet, so I hadn't gotten any weight on me. And then I come around the next lap and it just, the tone, like the motor noise changed completely. It was like real loud and kind of rattly. So and it was just lost all its power, so I quickly pulled in before it stopped. And I think it's like something's scratching up and down with the piston and ring or whatever. So possibly the bottom of a needle.
Now I'm all for a never say die attitude, but this has definitely ruled Robbie out for the weekend. I'm all for silver linings though. Originally this bike was going to be a quick turnaround race build, but now that the motor's cactus, this sets us up for a full-scale 125 dream build. How insane is that? That is so nice.
Light?
This thing's down to the frame. It's time to get it over to Living Loco Garage. I'm giving away our dream 125 build. How you win is you head to our brand new membership website, gypsytales.com. If you subscribe for 1 year, you automatically go in the draw to win this 125. We're keeping everything on this bike. This thing is about as done as you can do a 125. So this is going to be a way for us to release all of our content all the time. It's going to be ad-free. The same day we record a podcast, you'll be able to hear it without ads. It's going to be in a private link with its own custom Gypsy Gang membership thumbnail. You're also going to get exclusive content that is just going to live on that website. No! You get early access to all of the merch, member only merch, first dibs on ticket sales for events, live shows. If you win this bike, it goes into a box and I'm going to send it anywhere in the world. It's really that simple. So again, you subscribe to gypsytales.com, sign up to a 1 year membership, and you're automatically in the draw to win this TC 125 bike sales dream build.